sure I look all around me before I just start driving off. Saying bye to one of my peoples. Just leaving the Donkey Island. Actually, I was calling it Donkey Island, but I think it's Coyote Rock. Donkey Island sounds way more fun to me. Donkey Island, and we don't mean Mario Bros. Yo. We did 20 minutes off. Actually, I don't know how much time I did because my crew got out. Some of the people got out sooner than others. And then some of my peoples got out at 20 minutes. And then I stayed in. I was the last one to get out, per usual. But I had to film a little Dunkin' action for y'all watching. My mood is so much better. Just getting to be around other people who are fun and are parents. Because some of the people on my crew are parents. Not everybody is. You know, they don't have to be. It's not a parents-only club. That's faux show. But it is nice to be around people who understand what your the choices that you make in your life that are mostly centered around, you know, having a good life for your kids' sake or whatever it is. At least that's my case anyway. Is like, I mean, not everybody who's a parent is trying to live their best life or whatever. You know, not everybody. It's so beautiful over here in this area, you guys. I'm all looking around like it's my first time here, but it's not my first time here. I've come here many times. But it's still beautiful nonetheless, and I love it. I would live over here. They have trees. The houses are not brand new, but what's interesting about them is that they have character, and I love older houses with character. I love architecture. Absolutely an architecture nerd over here. Not that I would say, like, I would claim to know anything about anything, but I just love, you know, different types of style homes. Like, the older homes are more my favorite because of the character with the porches and the yard sizes and whatnot. I just don't like the newer houses these days. They're all so cookie cutter and they all look exactly the same. Great, I should have went. But no problem. No problemo. Yeah. I'm in a damn good mood right now. I'm so grateful. This is exactly why I make myself go cold dip when I'm feeling crusty, rusty, and musty. No, not really musty, but crusty maybe. Oh, I'm getting my lane. That guy's like, bro, get over in your lane. I am, friend. I was just frozen for a second. Oh, let's turn on the heater for a change. I always forget to do that. It's like, ooh, I'm cold. Ooh, I'm cold. Well, then turn on the damn heater. I just forget because I get to jibber jawing with you all, and then next thing you know, I'm over here shaking in my biscuits, my Red Lobster biscuits. I'm in a much better mood. Boy, it is just so amazing to me how cold dipping can change your attitude and your mood. That is not warm. What the hell's happening here? Let's turn that shit up from 60. I was like, why does that feel like cold air coming out my feetsies? Woo! Let's turn that all the way up to high. How high can you go? Until it says high, and then that's when we stop. Okay. We're high on life, and the heater's high. So, woo! Thank goodness, man. I just don't like it when my mood starts to leave something that needs to, or I don't like it when my mood leaves something to be desired, okay? Look at the train in the background. I love the train. Over here shivering and shaking a little bit, so I'm trying to catch my breath from being so cold. You know, I've read a lot of things. I was just telling some of my friends back there that there are people who say cold dipping is not good for you. And maybe for some people it's not good for, actually. Like, I'm not a doctor, and who am I to tell you or anybody for that matter what to do? I would never. Excuse me. From my own personal experience, cold dipping has changed my life, and I just want to share that with as many people as I possibly can. I think that lane over there ends. That's why I want to get over there. I just want to share that with as many people as I possibly can, because it's changed my life. And I know I was in other videos, if you've been able to watch them, I have mentioned that it's changed my life, of course, and that, you know, this time last year I wasn't in the best place mentally and in my life, and because of cold dipping, it's really changed my life around. It's helped me with my confidence, and it's helped me in more ways than then maybe even at this time I realize or know. But from my perspective, it has really changed not only my pain management, my confidence, but just like my overall mental, which really needed the help. And it wasn't free, because it does take gas to get to where I need to go, but that's very minuscule. I mean, it takes me like 15 minutes. It's a 15-minute drive there, and then obviously 15 minutes back. I cannot stand this shit. I got to get around this. I'm trying to be all chi and zen and patient and whatnot, but like just that not driving the speed limit crap, it just really taps my hide. I'm sure you can already tell from my previous, if you've driven there with me and drive home with me. I'm sorry, like this is why I'm working on myself, you guys. This is why I'm working on myself. And cold dipping has helped me improve my salty ass ways. I just like to tell people like how it's benefited my life and my situation, and that's one of them. Because who wants to be crusty, rusty, and musty? Not me. I like it when people like to be around me. I like to be like, you know, in a good, positive mood. Yeah, I know that the river is cold. You watching know that the river is cold. Ray Charles knows that the river's cold. Everybody knows the damn river's cold. But what we don't need is a Debbie Downer coming and telling everybody, you know, this, that, and the other in a negative way, so that, you know, it ruins somebody's experience. So for me, I don't want to be that person. Like, that's not the person I want to be. Don't come over here and yuck my yum. And I tell my kids that too, or really anybody. It doesn't actually have to necessarily pertain to food. Like, don't come over here and yuck my yum. If I'm having a good time and I'm enjoying myself, don't come over here and rain on my parade. However you want to put that. So, in life, I just always do my best to be, you know, positive, upbeat, to be the light. Not the type of person who's complaining about what I don't have or any of that crap. And I don't know. I once knew this person who always talked about how they didn't have that much, but they had this beautiful house and never had to drive anything but a new car. And like, what a nice life that they had, but they could just, all they did was complain. It was hard to be around that person. It's hard to be around that person. It's hard to be around people who are like that. And so it's a good example of what type of person I don't want to be. Like, they would say, oh, they don't like what I have to say because I just tell the truth. It's like, your version of what you think is the truth, you don't even know what life is like. You've never even lived life. You've had a pampered, taking care of life. Like, what do you know? People are so judgmental, and you just need to really focus on yourself. The bottom line is just focus on yourself and do the things that you can do to improve yourself. My hands are cold right now, which is funny. You know what's interesting is I don't have my scuba socks on. Usually I like to keep them on because I don't like it when my feet get out of my scuba socks. I've got my Adidas slippers on right now, and that coldness is moved into my hands, and that's what it is. I can feel it. And then look at right here in the tips of my fingers. Not to brag or anything, but that one time I got the frostbite. I can feel when they get really cold like this, I can feel it's a little lack of sensation in my into my fingers. It's not usually like that. Actually, my fingers, it was a very valuable learning lesson, thankfully, knock on wood. Yeah, when it goes below 25 or 30, when I'm out cold dipping, that I will have gloves on. I learned that very valuable lesson. So, yeah, sometimes a girl like me has to learn the hard way. I've told you that too. Knowing's half the battle. Anyways, I just feel like if you can be a better version of yourself, wouldn't you want to work towards that? I have so much to learn. I have so much to learn, and I have so much that I am attempting to learn. I'm always working on myself to be the best version of myself that I can be. And in order to accomplish those tasks, sometimes you have to do things you don't want to do. You just have to do it. And it's worth it. For me, like I told you, God, this guy's coming up pretty quickly behind me. As I was mentioning before, like I was not in the mood to go cold dip, but I knew that I really didn't want to be in that funk, that headspace that I was in, and in order to do that, I was going to have to cold dip to get out of that. before I would have just had to sit in that for who knows how long. Yeah, usually I'm not like a stewer and a brewer. Like, I don't brew in my shit for too long. It seems boring and time consuming. Like, think about all the good things I just missed out on because I was being a little whatever. A little salty sea bass. Whatever you want to call it. My mood was suffering and I needed to change that, so I did that. And sometimes it's not fun. Sometimes it's hard. Sometimes it's hard and sometimes it's not fun. And it's a combination of hard and not fun. It's funny because I was telling my peoples back there at cold dipping that I love it and I hate it at the same time. For obvious reasons. I've never been the type of person who's enjoyed the cold-ish, you know. Look at me, I have a coat on and I have my robe on. I don't have my spa towel, which usually I do have on, but I need to wash it. And I was just like, I'll be fine. Yeah, that guy's rocking out over there. I love when people are dancing. I love dancing. Woo! I love dancing when I'm driving too, but I don't usually listen to the radio that much these days, which is so freaking weird to me. I know we're off on a different subject, but you've already heard me talk about that crap before. Probably. If you've listened to any of my other previous drive there or drive home with me, who knows what the hell I cover. But I want to talk about something else. We're moving on. When you have kids, and especially twins, you don't really get to stay on one subject for too long. You have to move and groove, shake and bake, and so that's what I'm used to. Sorry. Hopefully you can keep up with the way my brain works. Yeah. I don't really listen to a lot of music in my car these days. It's like the one area, besides running, that I just have a little bit of quiet time for my brain. And I never knew that my brain liked quiet time. I never knew that. Because my whole life, when I would drive anywhere by myself, I would always be jamming out, listening to my radio or my CDs. Back in the day when people did that sort of thing, I don't know if they still do or not. I haven't listened to CDs in forever. I still have like a freaking collection of all my favorite CDs, like my Tool. Oh, God, I love me some Maynard. Metallica, Led Zeppelin for some classic rock. It depends on what kind of mood I'm trying to be in. If I'm trying to rage out, and run, then I might listen to some Tool or some STP or even some Silverchair. I like some good stuff from the oldies back from when I was a kid. Did you guys ever listen to, oh boy, hell, I had it, then it's gone. Oh, no, I just almost had it again. I can't remember. I can't think clearly. I'm trying to watch traffic and people are driving really hella fast. And I'm like, oh, please don't ram into me. I mean, like, I like music from all different times, man. I like music from the 30s. I just don't really listen to a lot of country. I can take it or leave it. It depends. If you're talking about your dog ran away and your woman left you and yada, 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 I'm not as interested. I don't know if that's how country goes these days. I don't really listen to it a lot. Well, not really. I was trying to think of anybody. I definitely don't listen to Taylor Swift. I'm sorry, you guys. Sorry to all you all who love Taylor Swift. I'm not saying I hate her or dislike her by any means, but her music doesn't resonate with me. Some of her songs, sure. I think there's that, like, I can't remember how the song goes, actually. So I was going to try to tell you what the name of it was. Shake It Off or something like that. I think that was from like 100 years ago that she sang. It was a long time ago. But that was fun when it first came out because it was like you could dance to it. That was fun. Other than that, I don't even know any of her. I don't know any of her titles to her songs. I don't know. Not everybody is into it. What can I say? I don't dislike her by any means, but she's not somebody I listen to. We'll just say that. Okay, you can take it or leave it. I know some of you peoples are probably like hardcore Taylor Swifters or whatever they call them. Swifties. I do not celebrate celebrities. I'm not into that. When I was younger, obviously, of course, when I didn't know any better. But the more you know about people, the less, for me anyways, that I like them, So it's like, I'm trying to think of somebody that I could reference, but then I don't even want to reference anybody because then I'm talking about them. And I don't like to put people on a pedestal, and especially not celebrities or singers, why don't we talk more about scientists and people who are like really, doing some change in the world? Like like there are some athletes that are really cool and do really good stuff that we don't talk enough about, you know, and there are some athletes that get all the attention and they're like idolized and all this crap, and it's like they might not necessarily be a bad person, but they're not somebody I want to celebrate or put on a pedestal by any means. And we're all human, we all breathe the same air, and we all take dumps. So I'm just like, I'm not really that interested in people in that manner. And when I was younger, I would get excited about, you know, people in that regard, but I'm not into that kind of stuff anymore. I remember I used to have a favorite band. I don't really have a favorite band anymore. Like, I like to listen to music, but I can take it or leave it, which is so shocking for me because I literally have music notes tattooed behind my ear because I used to think I was the type of person who couldn't live without music, you know? And now it's just like, I don't know what the shit is that we're listening to, and I don't want that shit in my brain. I don't want to program my brain, brainwash my brain with that garbage. So I'm very selective about the kind of music I do listen to. It has to be really high vibrational music. I don't do none of that Debbie Downer shit. Because look, I mean, life is already stressful enough as it is, so why am I going to do that to myself? And it's like, I try to be really careful about what I watch too as far as TV and movies go. Although I say that, and I watched this movie, it was called, what was it called? Let's Play a Game. It was alright, it was whatever actually, but there was just literally nothing on TV. And I don't even freaking watch TV, and there was nothing on TV. So I found that really disappointing for somebody who doesn't watch TV, and I could find absolutely nothing to watch, because you think for somebody who hasn't watched TV there should be something, you know. I mean, I do watch TV occasionally, don't get me wrong. I mainly listen to it because I'll be on my phone scrolling and listening to it and not watching it. I don't know, I never would have imagined I would listen to TV. That doesn't even sound right, but yeah, I just sit there and listen to it, and then on occasion I'll look up and see what's going on, and then like, ugh, okay, you know. It's just like I don't like to be around people who treat people bad. I just don't have any interest in watching people bully people on TV or be mean girls. I don't like shit like that, man. I just never been one of those type of people. If I don't like you, I'm just not going to give you my time of my day. Simple as that. Like, we don't have to be besties no mo. You can just still live your best life without me knowing or thinking anything bad about you or towards you. I'm just like, I don't care. You do you, boo, over there. I am not a mean girl. I do not like to hurt people's feelings. If I hurt your feelings, you brought it on yourself. Believe it. Because it takes a lot for me to get fired up in that way, but I will. And then, like I said, you brought it on yourself. Oh, someone just went to Costco. I know what that looks. I know a big full trunk like that with all those Costco goods when I see it. If I get a whiff of you being a mean girl too, you will not be a part of my circle. Because my friends and I, when you get up and leave, we're not sitting there just talking ragged shit on you. I don't participate in that. If we say something about you when you get up and leave, it's all love. It's all love, babies. I'm just not that type of girl, man, and I don't like to participate in it. Listen, you can have your opinion, your feelings, and your thoughts about somebody, and I'll listen. But that's as far as I'm gonna go. I'm not gonna sit there and chime in and start pouring salt on it too. Like, that's weak shit to me. I don't deal with that. I don't do that. Like, if you're my homie, like, I have love and care for you. If you're somebody I love and care about, like, I have no interest in disparaging you. Not at all. The heater feels really damn good right now, let me just tell you. I would say I'm a girl's girl. Like, I have a lot of girls who are friends, and that's really a hard thing to do, to have girls who are friends. And let me just tell you, I've had friends that are not my friends no more because they didn't fucking make the cut. Yeah, sometimes you have to have boundaries, man. Not sometimes, but you have to have boundaries. And when people be crossing them boundaries, you got to cut them loose. Not like actually cut them, that's not what I'm saying, but, you know, cut them loose, cut a rug, protect your energy, protect yourself, your space. Oh, they just cut their grass, how nice that looks. I need to get out and do some yard work this weekend, you guys. They were having a cold dip tomorrow, and there's no way that I'm thinking about going. It's at 10:45 in the morning, or 10:30. I'm like, oh, you guys, no. Tomorrow's the one day I want to sleep in. Even if I don't get to sleep in for very long, extra than I normally do, I just need more than 6 hours. I need more than 6-7 hours. I burned the wick at both ends, man. And that's probably why I was a little salty, because I haven't been getting that much sleep. That probably had a little something to do with it. But we're home. Thank you for driving there and driving home with me. Hope you have a wonderful weekend wherever you are. My lipstick's starting to come off, I can see that. So maybe I'll just get like some permanent lipstick one of these times, get some tattooed. I have had my eyeballs tattooed, like the eyeliner. Boop. That's how hardcore I am, or was. Woo. I would never do that again. That was a terrible idea. But that's just how far a girl like me will take it. If that gives you any indication of the type of person I am, that I will literally get my eyeballs not my eyeballs tattooed. I've seen that done before too, because somebody, it's a whole, this different subject for a whole nother conversation. But I don't even want to get out of the truck, you guys. It's so warm and nice here, and I'm gonna have to get out. So yeah, I'm not gonna cold dip tomorrow. Tomorrow's Saturday. I probably should do some yard work. There is no shortages of things for me to put my attention to in my life. So hopefully I'll be productive. That's the long story short of that, because being productive. But then sometimes I just need to just be and just be chill. So it's a battle. It's a battle. Just be in the moment and be chill, and then get shit done. So pray for me, because a girl like me needs all the prayers a girl can get. Take it however you want, okay? I'm just saying, send some good thoughts my way. Thank you very much. I'm sending them your way, okay? Yeah. Anyways, I'm taking it too far. We're already 20 minutes into this shindig, so yeah, to the next adventure. Peace out, yo. Peace out, yo. Love you, bye.